Hi guys, nice to see you again. So I guess you watched my announcement video that, by the way, I just filmed. If you haven't, then I'm pregnant. I am 14 weeks and 5 days along, and this is my first trimester experience video. So I'm gonna be talking about all the symptoms and everything I had, how I felt, and everything related to the first trimester, because I found that it helped a lot to see and read other people's experiences, just to confirm that what I was going through was normal. And I've written a little list down here because, you know, pregnancy brain, and I hope I will remember everything I wanted to talk about. So here we go. First I'm gonna start out with how we found out that we were gonna have a baby. So we found out at 4 weeks and 3 days, and it was purely because my period was late, and I guess I'm not gonna say TMI, because if you're watching this video then you care about this stuff, or you're interested in this stuff. This whole thing is TMI, by the way. So I discovered that my period was 2 days late, and it's never been late. Like, it's been late like 1 day, but that isn't considered late actually. So 2 days actually isn't considered late either, but I knew that my period had been so regular for so many years that something was off. And yeah, surely enough, the first test I did was at night, and it was pretty surely positive. The next test I took the next morning, and it was very surely positive. I was over the moon, but also pretty scared. So yeah, 4 weeks, 3 days is when we found out. And I've been logging all my period related stuff in this app called Flow. I will link the Flow website in the description box if I remember. I don't promise anything. So there's a pregnancy mode. Oh my god, words are so difficult. There's a pregnancy mode, and when you like switch it on, you can enter your last period, and it will calculate the due date and how far you are and everything. So I did that, said that I was 4 weeks, 3 days along. Started searching, started googling a lot, like, oh, is this normal? Is this symptom normal? Early symptoms, because by that time I wasn't showing any symptoms whatsoever. I didn't have any nausea or fatigue or anything. Everything was normal. We had just gotten back from our little week-long trip to London, and I immediately realized, oh, I've been having quite a lot of wine, and I've been vaping quite a lot. So I was like, oh shit. But I made an appointment with my midwife, or like doctor. I don't know what midwife means exactly in English. In Estonia it's also like your kind of pregnancy doctor. So made an appointment, and I got that at 6 weeks 1 day, which was a conscious decision, because from around week 5 or 6 you can actually see the heartbeat, and I wanted to see if it was real. So decided to quit nicotine and alcohol straight away. I didn't quit vaping straight away, but I switched to no nicotine version, so I could just, you know, hide the pregnancy better. And also I was really dependent on vaping and nicotine. I had a pretty rough nicotine addiction. Also wine. Oh my god. We used to have like a bottle of wine every Friday, Saturday with my boyfriend. Now I couldn't. But symptoms, okay. From week 4 to 6 I didn't have any symptoms whatsoever. I was going crazy. I was taking more tests to confirm that I in fact was pregnant and it wasn't a false positive. And just before the appointment with my midwife, I got the worst symptom of them all. I still have it. I'm gonna have it until the end of the pregnancy, and that is a really stuffy nose. Now I hate it. I have chronically runny nose anyway, and like stuff going on with my nose. It's fucked up. So the runny nose, the stuffy nose. At first thought it was like, oh, it's like October, so you know, usual cold season, flu season. And then it didn't go away. It didn't go away. So I googled about it, and yeah, it's a pregnancy thing. Stuffy nose is a pregnancy thing. Usually happens in the second trimester. So what happens is pretty much two things that are, you know, the culprits in all the lovely pregnancy symptoms: your hormones and the amount of blood you have coursing through your veins. So pretty much the pregnancy hormone, progesterone or something, don't quote me on anything please. So the hormones are all over the place, and also the amount of, you have like lots more blood in your body, you know, because you have two systems in your body. And basically the combination of two will just make your blood vessels swell up, and air won't get through your nose as effectively. Now, of course, I googled what are the remedies to that. Well, in short, the best remedy is giving birth. Because, you know, the swelling will go down, the hormone levels will normalize, and you will be able to breathe again. But, you know, not breathing for 9 months was never an option. So the completely safe things to do are elevating your upper body, so sleeping with a higher pillow perhaps, using a humidifier, because all the dry air will make it even worse. And you know, it's heating season right now because it's winter, so all the radiators are making the air even drier. So using a humidifier, we haven't bought like an actual big humidifier, but I bought a little tiny one that I can just you know, put on my nightstand or next to me when I'm watching the TV on a table, or even hold it under my face, and that will actually help a little bit. Now all the saline solutions, sprays, everything, they are completely safe, but they don't work, so don't bother trying them. I'm sorry for saying that. For me and for so many others, the saline solutions just don't work. Now the only thing that worked for me, the only thing that you're actually not supposed to be using during pregnancy, because you know they don't test medicine on pregnant women, so the only thing that helped was this little guy. This is my Lord and Savior. This is my 5th bottle of it. This is the Otrivin, and the thing that actually works in here is the xylometazoline hydrochlorobenzene something. Also the methyl version. This has worked for me in the past when I've had a stuffy nose, or like, you know, just a common cold. So I knew this was gonna work. And it did, and it does, but you're not supposed to be using this for over a week at a time, and I'm using this for over 10 weeks. Yeah, almost, no, not over 10 weeks, almost 10 weeks. You're not supposed to be using this for such a long time, because it will eventually dry out your, you know, nose, sinuses, and make your stuffy nose even worse. So what I've been using to kind of trying to combat this dryness is just olive oil in my nostrils. Stuffy nose is my arch nemesis right now. I hate it. I can't sleep because of it. But that is not a symptom for everyone. The more common one is nausea. And I got nausea from around week 6 or 7, and when it came bad. You know, they say it's morning sickness. No, it's not just a morning sickness, it's an all day, all night kind of sickness. But I haven't thrown up once, which I don't know, might be a great thing, might be a bad thing. Well, it's great because I hate throwing up, but it's also, I feel like sometimes it would have been nice to just relieve that nausea for even like 5 minutes. Now what I did to try to combat the nausea was I had a lot of snacks, because I found that when I was hungry I got nauseous so bad. I felt so horrible, I was ready to just puke and die. So a lot of snacks, a lot of plain snacks, also a lot of water. Now I didn't try a lot of ginger stuff. Maybe I did try like ginger lemonade or something. Well, it didn't work for me. It just didn't. But yeah, I never allowed myself to be hungry. So yeah, the nausea was pretty bad. I can't remember anymore what it felt like, but I know it felt really bad. And for me, every time someone said, "Oh, it'll pass," fuck, I didn't believe them. Any of them, never did. Like, I thought I was gonna die with that nausea, but it did actually pass. Pretty much right away. I hit the 12-week mark. Nausea was just gone, but I still have the kind of nausea when I'm too hungry. Like in the mornings I'll wake up and I'll be hungry, and then I'll feel pretty nauseous. So that was from week 6 to 12. From 12-week mark, the nausea was gone, but also the fatigue was getting way worse. Yeah, I didn't mention the fatigue. I got pretty sleepy, pretty tired pretty early on, but it's been progressively getting worse from like week 10, I think. I just want to sleep all day and all night. I've been taking naps now after work, and I never used to take any naps. Laying the symptoms and how shit I felt aside, doctor's appointments with my midwife. I've had two so far. The first one was at 6 weeks to confirm the pregnancy and, like, you know, write it in the documents that I'm pregnant and everything. The second one was at 9 weeks, so 3 weeks after the first one, just to check up on the baby, see how it was doing. It was doing great. It was measuring exactly how it's supposed to. On week 12 I had the Oscar test, so I gave a urine sample and a blood sample, and they, you know, I don't know what they check exactly, but they all the tests all came back normal. And I also had an ultrasound where the ultrasound technician measured that everything was properly developing and was okay, and it was. The next appointment I have in 2 weeks, and it's with my midwife just to check up on the pregnancy and everything. At the 12-week Oscar test, they also calculate the probability for Down syndrome, and it was really low for me. I think it was like 1 in 10,000 or something, which is normal because I'm young. This is my first pregnancy. I'm healthy. but I've also read about some people for whom the probability was like 1 in 20 or something. It's scary. But just to be safe and sound and sure, and also to find out the sex of the baby, I tried to take a nip test, which is a non-invasive something test. I don't remember what the P is in that. But basically they draw your blood and send it to a lab where they separate your blood from the baby's blood, so your DNA from the baby's DNA, and they will check the baby's DNA and will give you an exact probability of Down syndrome, Patau syndrome and Edwards, I think. We will find out the results of that nip test in our next midwife appointment. And the next ones from that will be in a month. So I think from up until the 3rd trimester, it's normal to see your midwife about once every 4 weeks, at least in Estonia. So, doctor's appointments aside, symptoms aside. Now, what I've been changing in my regular life because of the pregnancy. First things, I quit alcohol and smoking. Yes, I do miss alcohol and I do miss nicotine, but it's for my baby, so I'm really okay with quitting these 2 things for some years. I started taking prenatals. I've taken 3 different so far, because the first ones were okay, but when I needed to buy a refill, they didn't have that same one at the pharmacy, so I bought another one, which were disgusting. They actually made my nausea even worse because they tasted so fucking awful. And the third ones are completely fine now, but I also ordered the gummy vitamins, the gummy prenatals. We don't have those in Estonia. So I'm excited to take these. Now you're supposed to take at least the folic acid up until the 12th week, or 16th week actually, my midwife said, because up until then the baby's nervous system and everything is still developing. And after that it's however you wish. I wish to take the prenatals up until giving birth, just because I know I'm not getting enough vitamins and minerals in my diet, because I eat pretty randomly, and I eat what I want to eat. You know, some days I just crave McDonald's, and I'll have McDonald's because it's fine, because pregnancy is a normal state of a woman's body. It's not an illness. But of course you should be eating more vitamins and fresh food. And before I got pregnant and before we went to our little London trip, I used to do yoga almost every day, and now well, the first trimester was really hard and I felt so bad every day. Like when I got home after work, I was either nauseous or too tired or just felt horrible. But now in my 2nd trimester, I've been trying to be more active. You're supposed to be active at least like 30 minutes a day, so I've been trying to walk a lot more to places, and I want to go swimming. There are a lot of pregnancy workout options, but I find them either daunting, too expensive, or they're just booked full for like months to come. So I think for now I just will do yoga at home, go swimming, try to walk a bit more. That's realistic for me. But if you exercise a lot before getting pregnant, you may continue it, but speak with your midwife or your doctor. What else? You know, pregnancy brain. Pregnancy brain is an actual thing, for me at least. I keep forgetting everything. Like I walk into a room and forget what I wanted to do there. Because now you are growing a tiny human inside you, who is also using your resources. That's just an excuse. But yeah, I'm very excited about this baby. I love it already. I'm not showing a lot yet, and that's normal. I think my boyfriend is excited, although I know he's a bit scared. We are also in the process of buying an apartment, and it's been crazy. Like, hopefully we're gonna move within a month. But if we don't, I'm gonna be way too big to even help in the moving process, but we really want to move because this apartment is way too small. So yeah, I've been just really excited. Oh, and also one thing I wanted to mention, I feel like this pregnancy has made me a much calmer person. Yeah, my hormones are all over the place, and I can get like irrationally mad irrationally quickly for like over observe things, but generally I feel like I've been quieter, calmer, and a happier person. Maybe it's because of all the vitamins I've been taking. Oh, and also one great thing for me, I haven't had any bad acne or anything, and my hair has been like so full and growing rapidly, and my nails are so strong, even though I just broke a nail right before I filmed this video. But yeah, I have a lot of like baby hair. I don't know if you can see, but if I put up my hair in a bun at night, like you can see a lot of baby hair. So yeah, first trimester was hell. I hated it. It was awful. Second trimester so far has been pretty great. Yeah, I've been having back pains and everything, but you know, it's becoming more real and real every day, because I can actually see my belly growing, and in a few weeks I'll be able to feel the baby moving. It is moving right now all the time, but I just can't feel it, and it's normal because it's like this tiny. It's tiny. So yeah, I definitely forgot quite a lot of the stuff I wanted to talk about, and maybe it was like a long weird ramble, just my brain pushing all the information out. Maybe, I hope it helped you if you are pregnant or wanted to get pregnant, or maybe you just wanted to watch this funny face talk about anything. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will try to answer them as best as I can. And I hope you have a nice day, and I will see you soon. Bye!